Hello everyone, this is FT McQueen91. This is my FIA Nations race. Well, it wasn't my best though. I started on 6th position. First place I think it was Racing King, which did 23.7. FT Solid also did a 23.7. Doodle did a 23.8. Um, this Gumball who also did a 23.8. This is Wardes who did a 23.9 and I did a 24.0. I was using this very awful car and hideous, although it was very good, so I can't treat it like that. So let's get to it. This was my second race of the day. I was tired as fuck. Yeah, I only did like 30 kilometers of practice with this car, but I was feeling confident with it. I knew that it had a very good tire wear. It was very good on fuel too, so... Oh! What the fuck happened there? Let's see what happened there. Oh, Project D1. He fucked up. Yeah, he was very close to Eddie Wardes during the whole race. He did very good. The Evas was a very good car on this track. Actually, on Europe it was all above the leaderboards, and almost everybody uses during the race uses it. The Porsche is very good too, but the car, we know that it's very thirsty, so it ain't very easy to save some fuel. Well, and Gumball wasn't saving fuel either. He needs to learn how to do that, or otherwise he will lose a lot of places doing that. How's Doodle doing? Oh yeah, he was in eco mode. I was very close to Eddie at this point. How is FT doing? FT held fire. By the way, considering that this race isn't like happening a lot of, doesn't happen like a lot of things, I want to appreciate to Isaac Abreu because he helped me with an Lancer Evolution setup for a Logitech race during the past Saturday. So gracias Isaac, gracias Puchungo. Thank you very much, dude. It was very useful. Also, I want to thank everybody who have added me to PSN, who have sent me a lot of very good messages supporting me for my videos, for FIA and all stuff. So I really appreciate, guys. Motivate me to do better. Oh, Hellfire seems that he fucked up. Yeah, and Talicious didn't create a livery for this car, so I made it on my own. Yeah, it was pretty basic shit. So we are on lap 3. Let's see how the things are going. In terms of fuel, I had a little bit more fuel than Eddie. Eddie had even more tires than me. Well, yeah, it's not very... You can't notice very much. Comparing with Doodle, well, Doodle is doing a very good race, saving some fuel. The car was very good. Solid did a very good race today. He also did very good on manufacturers, but he was a little bit unlucky. Subaru was very good. And at this point, well, Racing King was doing very great. Well, he fucked up on lap 3, but lap 2 was pretty decent. Well, more than decent. Porsche is a beast on this track. Although you have to manage how to do the fuel saving. Let's change the view to make it more entertaining. Yeah, sorry for not commenting a little bit because I was like really nervous at this point, because any mistake at this track you will fuck up your race totally. I wasn't doing very great too, though. I was like average, I think. This Brands Hatch ain't my track for sure. I was looking forward to use the Viper, but since the new BOP change, right now it has only 560 bhp, so ain't really that much. It's a very heavy car, so there's no point in to use it because it's also very bad on tire wear, like really fucking bad. The car is very bad right now, so I'll have to drive the shit out of it in order to make some very good lap times and to keep putting it on top of the leaderboards. It was really unfair, in my opinion, that nerf that they gave to the Viper GT3 at least. The Viper GT3 wasn't really that good. In terms of acceleration, it was worse than the Corvette. It has maybe a little bit more of torque, but right now it has less torque because 1% of the total power that it has, that's like 670 brake horsepower. It means more than the 600 that the Corvette has. So now it has less torque, weight's almost the same, less bhp. And in terms of handling, they both handle it pretty similar, in my opinion. The bed might be better on some tracks and Viper better on some others, but it really depends on how you drive. So I was having more fuel than Eddie. Gumbel was struggling with his tires and also with the fuel. Zero saving. Oh, and this Doodle has a lot of fuel. Like a lot of fuel. Solid had very bad on fuel. Although Solid was doing very good with this car. But he was saving like nothing. Not very smart from his part, but whatever. How's Gumball in comparison with King? Less tires and less fuel and less space. Yeah, Gumball was doing good, but if he shifts at so high RPM, also the tires are going to struggle a little bit more. So that's why he was worse in pace on tires and fuel. So that little difference can make a lot. And now it was getting closer to Eddie. My car was very good on straights. I was actually surprised. Maybe I could have done better with fuel wear. But like a little bit better. GT Academy is still on 6th, 7th position. But he, oh my god, this guy has like 0 fuel at this point. Just check how much more fuel Hellfire has at this point. It's actually hilarious. What about Outlaw Quadrant? Which car is he using? Another Evo. It was a fucking Evo fest, this shit. Yeah, the Evo was good. Hellfire was doing great with fuel. Better than me. Way better. He was doing like Doodle was doing. So this is the moment where we have to go to pits. At this point I have a penalty. It was like 1 second penalty or something. Maybe a little bit more, was 1.6 because I ate a curb at some point and I crossed a little bit on that 3rd corner. Fucking Evo is very good. Now I realize why they use it. It's good at everything. Bad corner for me, very bad corner. At this point I think Eddie also had a penalty and King too. I don't remember pretty well. Yeah, Eddie's burning his penalty and I'm doing the same. Okay, so the fuel war, it was a total win for Doodle. And Hellfire did pretty good too. So it was Doodle, Hellfire and then myself. And I managed to do very well because right now I'm 4th position. Yeah, not bad at all. And Eddie was right on my butt. I really had to push at this moment to show my real pace. It wasn't really that good. It was just average fast. not that good at this track, as I said. My car was way faster in the straights than the Lancer Evolution. So Hellfire earned some positions after the pit stop. On Solid tried to make a different strategy, making a longer stint. I don't think that was a very good idea, especially when he burned like hell that fuel. And this was very dangerous at this point. He went out pits and I kind of choked a little bit and I didn't took the inside of that corner. Eddie get a little bit closer to me. No, I think at this point I really don't remember when I got another penalty. So I knew that I had to make a gap between me and Eddie. Yeah, and Doodle also took the lead, well, which was pretty obvious after his managing of the fuel. He did very good. GT Academy got overtaking, but Outlaw Quadrant, yeah. Not surprising after seeing that the Academy had like 0 fuel. I think he won the contest of the worst fuel management. Hellfire and Aston Martin. Yeah, it's good to see some different cars. I think they should ban or something the usability of just one car, you know. In Europe it's more serious because when the kids know that one car is a little bit faster on some track, everybody uses it, and that fucking sucks. The grid ain't like really that beautiful, showing every different car. Yeah, you will tell me, yeah, that's why there exist manufacturers, but whatever. The good thing is that in America, that doesn't happen really that much. Some people says that in Americas there ain't really that fast people, but I think those guys are very wrong. I have trained with all these Euro kids, Euro guys, except with the Japanese guys, because in terms of time, we had 12 hours of difference, so it's difficult to schedule some practices with them. It would be very cool though. But during those practices, I think anyone can win. Especially Americans. I think they're even more tough to beat than the Euro guys. At race they are more aggressive, but I don't mean that they're dirty or something. They are just more aggressive, better at defense. Yeah, the guys may not have like some very good lap times at time trial, but during race pace, I think all the guys are very good. I didn't found my pace during this whole race. Yeah, I was doing very slow. 24.3, yeah, that's very bad. 24.7, 24.3, yeah, that's average, I believe. And 25 during the end of the stint is very bad. Could have been, or should have been, like middle 24s or 24.7, 24.6 at most. Yeah, at this moment I was doing the fastest lap on purple sector. Well, at this moment I think I have a like a 2-second penalty. And I have a gap with Eddie of, well, a little bit more than a second, 1 second and a half. Oh, and I almost did the fastest lap, but I believe that belongs to neither of these guys. Solid? No. Racing King. I think Racing King did the fastest lap during the first stint. He did another 24.0. Now let's resume this stuff. It's getting boring, isn't it? Yeah. What's happening at this point? The gap between me and Eddie, it's getting a little bit bigger, so right now I'm thinking, well, I can burn the penalty, or either I can just wait till the end and just cross the line, having more than 2 seconds of gap between me and Eddie. But I knew that I was in advantage at this point. In terms of tires, well, Solid had better tires. I knew that Solid had a slightly better pace. I fucked up at some point and lost a little bit of time, because right now I'm a little bit more far away than I was. Yeah, I was totally happy at this point because this ain't my track. I wasn't expecting much of doing better because overtaking here is like so difficult. And yeah, I was happy, I believe. Yeah, I think that that point I earned another second penalty. Fuck me. Can we see that? No, we can't. What about the cockpit of this car? Yeah, pretty weird. A comparable race car, GT3 car. It's so wrong in my opinion, but whatever. Car behaved pretty well today. max points at this race was like 2600, I believe. But since NC left, we decreased like 200 points for each. That fucking sucks. So I was about to have 2200, which is pretty decent, but I got 12,000 instead, which is average. Last lap. Hope you guys ain't really that boring. Oh, Hellfire was struggling with the fuel, but I think like everybody, less fuel. Well done for Doodle. It was a very good race. So congratulations to Doodle, Racing King, and Solid, which completed the podium. They did very good. Also to Guardes and Gumball, which he did very good too. Hellfire, which recovered from P9 or P10, I believe. So yeah, good race, guys.